All right, Gage. Coming into leg lifts. I just talk about the guys. You really want to feel like you're a little off balance inside your drive leg because it's gonna
like leaning forward.
Yeah, it's gonna allow you to get more
drive power angle.
Going. Yeah, because a lot of the initial movements is trying to get the energy behind the hips, and we can get that from falling, and we can get that from driving. But if we're too over the rubber, we're not going to be able to drive, and we're not falling. So the point is, coming into your leg lift, if you're inside your drive leg, now you got the momentum to fall, and you're getting your force vector, your ankle being more linear to be able to push where you want to go.
All right.
Okay? So coming out of leg lift, you can see, when I see that lift leg get down and extend and start to go ahead, if that's not in position, in a linear position to push my hip forward,
like more at an angle right here. Yeah.
then this thing's just going to open. Because
Oh.
once it opens, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. So that's why coming out of your leg lift, you got to get this thing down into position. If you watch like the hard throwers, that's what they do. They go, whoop, get down there, and then they push out to get the hips to go, right? So you're late to getting your back leg linear. And your front foot then gets way out, and then that just when that wants to get out and turn or open, that's going to want to turn with it and turn down. So that's turning down.
Yeah.
And a lot of your stride right there was just letting this go, so it's not really power. Like if I see the stride being built out of the lift leg, then there's not going to be a lot of power there. I want the power of the stride built out of the back leg, because that puts power through. So your landing and your hips are really late. So if we look at here, hip to shoulder separation, your hips are not even open, and that's because this thing just kind of became an anchor. It just kind of shut down. You came out, it didn't get in position, so it kind of just laid down as this went out, and you're kind of in this position. So this is stuck, and we don't want to be in a position like a hitter. We want to be in a position where we plant front foot, and this is just laying down, because now we're just upper body. That's what's going to happen. The same thing with pitching. If we lay and this thing is just down, then we're just going to have upper body at that point, right?
All right.
Because I always tell guys, that leg is on the ground 3/4 of your delivery. It's the majority of delivery. It's the only leg on the ground, and that's important because that's how you create propulsion is through the earth, right? So if it's the only leg on the ground, that's the one you got to use to accelerate your body forward.
Yeah.
Right. And it comes in at the right time. It comes in right before you land. It creates that acceleration, and it creates the sequence through your hips. So if we go and we look at your sequencing of how you're using the chain links in your body to move energy, this is a rotational sequencing. How is it rotating? This is a linear sequencing. How is it pushing forward? Take the end of the arm out. So this is pretty interesting. Your glove is the blue. As you can see here, your glove is pulling. It's not even that aggressive, but the hip is late. It's after the trunk.
Yeah.
So you're seeing you reach out, your glove pull a little bit, and your trunk.
And then
your trunk is the main accelerator.
Yeah.
And in the sequence, kind of like the kinetic chain of a whip, we want the handle, which would be the hip, to go before the end of the whip.
Start from the
we
below
want to see this, then we want to see that. So we got to start building your hips in. So basically, you're not driving through your hips and lower half. And then that peak will come over here. Then you'll see the red here, then the trunk. And the trunk will typically go higher because of that.
Take a picture of that.
It's like hitting.
Make sure you get all these things right down here.
It's like hitting. If I'm hitting and I don't drive through the hip to unload, then I'm going to have to go and pull front side, and I'm going to have to over-rotate my upper body, and that's what starts happening when you're throwing. So you can see in the arm, the speeds get so fast in the arm, you kind of lose it there, but you can see the forward trunk tilt. We'll look at it. It's probably 20 degrees. If we're mainly...
That should be more out in front.
Yeah. But if we're mainly rotating glove and trunk, everything's going to stand up.
Yeah.
If we're driving through the back leg, separating from the back hip, then that's
horrible.
All that forward, right?
I've been trying to
That's
tell you
horrible.
for years.
I didn't know it was that bad. Right.
And then you can look linear
The
wise.
thing is, I get out more than majority of people.
Well, like
right
I
now.
said, you're getting out with this.
Yeah, but not like
He's not
Right.
driving
Yeah.
with
Think-
power.
Yeah.
Right. Think of it like a hitter. It looks funny when you're a hitter. If I did that with a hitter, I'd go.
yeah,
Right. And then
yeah,
like, I got a long stride. But
Mhm.
it's different if I was riding this,
yeah,
boom, and doing that,
Yeah.
and then I had all that energy to go.
Yeah.
Right?
It all builds
but the
up,
stride,
comes out.
stride is good, correct? Like,
But not if it's
not
if
if you don't have any. Yeah,
Not if it's a reach.
not if it's like,
If it's
not
a-
if it's
if
explosive.
power, if
Yeah,
it's explosive. You know, people don't understand that. People think, well, you got to reach out.
Yeah.
No, because then you'll have no energy.
yeah,
It's all about energy.
Yeah.
Through your stride.
makes more sense.
Let your stride be where it is, but you build this up here.
Yeah,
And you can see linear is pretty much the same with you. It's almost identical linear. So
yeah,
basically your rotational sequencing is the same as your linear sequencing. So we'd want that red. See, both these cases, this hips, we want those first.
mm-hmm.
Because that's the power generator. This is the
Yeah.
power. Boom. And then this follows, right?
yeah,
So I want to say it's reverse engineering. We've got to start, we got to reverse. You're powering here, we got to power here.
yeah,
And it's hard.
yeah. And I knew like my legs have been like the weakest part on me.
Yeah, and a lot of it too is when you don't have the leg power,
Yeah.
it's hard to do
And
it.
I really don't. I just know my explosion
What was your
and
vert?
everything.
Did you do vert?
21, and it was 20. It was 28 in high school.
I could do 21,
You could do 20.
and I'm an old man.
Yeah, seriously, 21 is like way below
Yeah,
average. So
no,
the point
it
is,
definitely is.
what happens is you want to use it, but you're like,
Yeah, it don't
can't
have it.
push. It doesn't have the
I
spring.
felt it like I didn't
Right.
have like
So
the
you go-
explosion that
right.
I used to.
So you go somewhere else with it. That's
Mhm.
what happens.
Yeah.
And if you look at your forward trunk, it pitch release, it's 35, which is your front leg is just stabilizing well and pushing back. That helps it.
Mm-hmm.
But 45 is going to be something really elite. I mean, you'll see it when you're way out here,
Yeah.
like this.
No,
This is
yeah,
where-
like that's like I'm not. My head's not even over my front knee.
And
right
you
there.
see how your leg is.
Yeah, I thought it would be. Yeah.
You see how your leg is crashing under there.
Yeah.
So a
and,
lot
like
of that,
buckling.
a lot of that is not. There's not a lot of power there.
Yeah,
It's just crashing into your finish as opposed to driving.
Yeah.
and springs
So I'm like buckling down at the very beginning, or
Well,
whatever.
you're just kind of collapsing into your front
Alright.
leg. You're not really driving into your front leg.
Alright.
You know?
Hey, we talked about that on the way up here.
Yep.
But so typically, this usually is countering your trunk. So if my trunk is being launched out, my back leg has to come up, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna fall over. But see how aggressive you are kicking your leg. Someone's taught you to try to kick your leg. It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late to drive and then try to kick it up. It doesn't work
Yeah.
out. All it is when that trunk goes like this, that leg has
They
to
just-
do that,
yeah.
so you don't do a front flip.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
got to
what's
be
gonna
more.
happen naturally.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the thing is you just keep teaching a kid to do this, and his trunk's not moving.
Yeah.
It's-
We're just
wrong
high
effect.
V. Just make sure you get that high V
right.
up there.
It's the wrong effect.
Yeah.
It's got to be, whoom.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
catching you, right? Because
Yeah.
your trunk's going so far.